So let's be honest, most of us believe we'll finally be ready once. Once we've done more training, once we've got more money, once we feel more confident, once everything is perfectly lined up. But here's the truth, that ready moment never really arrives. It's a moving target, and if we're waiting for it, we'll be waiting forever. Welcome to Healing Business, the podcast for healers, practitioners, and intuitive business owners who are ready for more flow, abundance, and impact. I'm your host, Frida Cabo, business coach, healer, and bridge builder. I'm a Swede living in the bush in the far north of New Zealand, supporting clients around the world to grow businesses that truly work for them. In this space, I share conversations, practical insights, and a touch of magic to support you as you step into your next level, whatever that looks like for you. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hi, and welcome back to the Healing Business Podcast, the space where we explore how to build an aligned business that feels good, flows with who you are, and creates the impact you're here to make. I am so glad that you're here. Today, I want to share with you the single best piece of advice I received when I was just starting out in business, more than a decade ago. It's advice that I still carry with me today. Start before you're ready. If I had waited until I felt ready, until I had more confidence, more clarity, more experience, I honestly wouldn't be here, talking to you right now. I would probably still be waiting. So in this episode, we're going to explore why readiness is actually a myth, how action creates clarity, and some stories from my own journey of starting before I was ready. My hope is that by the end, you feel inspired to take your own imperfect next step, because that's where the growth, flow, and magic really happen. So let's be honest, most of us believe we'll finally be ready once. Once we've done more training, once we've got more money, once we feel more confident, once everything is perfectly lined up. But here's the truth, that ready moment never really arrives. It's a moving target, and if we're waiting for it, we'll be waiting forever. When I was getting started, I thought I needed to have all the answers, the perfect website, the exact right offer, before I could take a single step. But what I learned is that clarity doesn't come from thinking and planning. Clarity comes from doing. Action creates clarity. I remember when I first heard this advice, start before you're ready. It hit me like both a relief and a challenge. Part of me thought, yes, that makes sense. And another part of me thought, oh no, that sounds terrifying. But when I think back to my first offering, I was so nervous. I didn't feel qualified enough, polished enough, or confident enough. But I decided to do it anyway. And you know what? It wasn't perfect, but it was real. And that first step gave me so much insight, experience, and belief in myself. Far more than if I had stayed planning in my notebook. Here's what I've learned over the years about why this advice is so powerful. Action creates clarity. You'll only figure out the path by walking it. It's like swimming. You can read about it as much as you want, but it's not until you get into the water that you're actually doing it. Confidence is built, not found. It grows each time you show up. It's like a muscle. You build it for every time you use it. Momentum matters. Imperfect steps forward create energy and open doors. It's like putting that snowball into rolling. Feedback refines you. You can't adjust and improve in a vacuum. You need to have that feedback that helps you and creates that clarity that you want. And growth lives outside the comfort zone. If you feel fully ready for something, you wouldn't grow much from doing it. And I want to emphasize that there's a difference between putting yourself outside of your comfort zone all the time and doing it when it feels really meaningful to you. Make sure you have a really nice and cuddly comfort zone that supports you so you can step outside of your comfort zone. And every single big leap in my business has come from stepping into something that I didn't feel 100% ready for. And even now, when I do the first round of my new online program, Healing Business Online Foundation, I feel not ready. But I know that when I step into that place, the fears and things that are coming up are because I'm doing something new, but I still know that this is so meaningful. I know why I'm doing it. I know that it's going to be great. I lean into that trust that it's going to work out. And I know that this is something that is really needed out there as well. But yeah, I have all the reasons to wait. Not ready, doubts, tech challenges, all of the things. But if I had waited until I knew it all, I never would have gotten started. And the beauty is you learn so much more by being in the arena than by watching from the sidelines. You have to get in there. You have to do it. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. So if you're listening right now and thinking, yeah, but I'm just not ready, I want you to know that's completely normal. Every healer, every business owner I've ever worked with has felt that way at some point. But your readiness isn't the point. Your willingness is. Your willingness to create an impact in the world. Your willingness to do that thing that is on your heart, to do that thing that feels really meaningful to you. So what matters is showing up as you are with what you have right now. That's enough. And from there, you'll grow. Just remember, it's the first step, right? So here's my challenge for you today. Think of one thing you've been holding back on because you didn't feel ready yet. Maybe it's launching an offer, sharing your story online, sharing a podcast, or reaching out to a potential client. What would it look like to just take a small, imperfect step this week? To start before you're ready. I'd love to hear what that step is for you. Send me a message or share it with me on Instagram at Frida Cabo, and let's cheer each other on. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Remember, you don't need to be ready. You just need to begin. That's where the magic is. Until next time, take care and keep creating that healing business that works for you. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow or subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And if you're feeling inspired, I'd love for you to share this podcast with a friend who's on the same path. You can also find me on Instagram at Frida Cabo or head over to fridacabo.com to learn more about how I support healers and intuitive business owners like you. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and keep trusting your magic.